Talking about protection from the sun, really we're as guilty of this as anybody. We tend to focus mostly on melanoma, but there are other skin cancers out there that you need to be aware of. And for a testimonial, you can ask Baseball Hall of Famer Johnny Bench. He spent so many years out there standing, squatting, running in the sun, and at the age of 64, 10 years ago, he caught up to him because he was diagnosed with basal cell carcinoma. That's the most common type of non-melanoma skin cancer. We're happy to say Mr. Bench is cancer-free these days and a vocal champion to get real about skin cancer. As you can see, he joins us now along with leading board-certified dermatologist and skin cancer expert, Dr. Ariel Ostad. Thank you both for joining us today. Mr. Bench, we're going to start with you. I know we talk about melanoma and the A, B, C, D, E's of detecting that, but we don't talk about how to find basal cell and squamous cell carcinomas. How did you first know you might have a problem on your skin, Mr. Bench?
Well, that non-melanoma skin cancer is what we really want to have. We don't want melanomas, and thank you, Tim. It is indeed something that I found when I had eyelids that both were developing blisters. And I went to see, I was seeing my optometrist, and he said, we lanced them, and then they came back, and he said, you need to get these checked. And it's sometimes somebody, it's your local doctor, it's your GP, it's your friend sometimes that noticed something about you that will say something. I went to see my dermatologist. He did a biopsy. Turned out it was basal cell carcinoma. We did a Mohs surgery, got them removed, and because of that, I am cancer-free today. So 10 years. But I'm still, Tim, I'm still constantly seeing my dermatologist. I see him twice a year because I've had that experience in the past history. So I'm seeing that, and I'm also telling my friends if I notice a mole, if I notice something, and that's why Dr. Ostad here is leading us into so many great things about how to protect yourself. I can say I wear sunscreen. I can say I wear sunglasses. I can say I wear a big hat. I say I wear long shirts. But here's a man who sees patients every day and can tell you about all of the things that you really need to know. And that's why I'm so happy to be with Dr. Ostad right now.
Dr. Ostad, what are those warning signs we should be looking out for? And just curious, the signs that Mr. Bench showed, how common are those?
Sure. Thank you so much, Johnny, for your kind words. So non-melanoma skin cancer, Tim, is mainly comprised of two types of skin cancer. One is basal cell carcinoma. The other one is cutaneous squamous cell carcinoma. And generally, these appear as pimples, as moles that could be skin colors, that could, as Johnny witnessed, that could appear like tiny little blisters. Any type of warty growth that's getting bigger, that's not going away. Anything that's changing color, that could be bleeding, that could be itchy. These comprise about 95% of basically common skin cancers. And just this past year, there were 3.3 million Americans diagnosed with non-melanoma skin cancer. And 1 in 5 Americans develops non-melanoma skin cancer in their lifetime. And these are individuals who are generally fair-skinned, blonde, blue-eyed, have had a long history of sun exposure going back to childhood, have had multiple sunburns. And the key is early detection can really save lives. So it's about when you do witness that unusual growth, trust your intuition, go see your doctor and get a biopsy to catch these things early. As they're treated early, they're treatable.
Do you find that a lot of people are surprised to find out they have some form of skin cancer if they've been protecting themselves for many years because they didn't protect themselves when they were younger?
Absolutely. I see that on a daily basis. Patients get really upset when they hear the C word and when they tell me, well, I haven't been in the sun really recently. And then when I explain to them about how studies show that over 80–90% of skin cancers date back to the sun you got as a kid, yeah. They realize, wow, that's when I realized I was in the sun. I didn't wear that sunscreen.
Yes. Mr. Bench, one last question. If you would have done it all over again, what would you have done to protect your skin all those years?
I probably would have worn sunglasses more. I never was a sunglass guy, but here it is on my eyelids. I've worn a hat forever. I wore the big hats, and I've always kind of worn long shirts, but who would have thought of the sunglasses being so special? I watch people who wear their sunglasses, and I think, hey, they're being cool, but then I realize how protective they are of themselves. And so the eyes, all the things that work with it, Tim, I think it's so important. So go to letsgetrealaboutskincancer.com. let's find out everything we need to know.
Let's get real about skin cancer. Hope you're still out there golfing. I know you are an accomplished golfer. Get out there, protect yourself. Thank you for taking the time to join us today, Mr. Bench, and Dr. Osted. Thank you so much.
Johnny.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tim.
All right. Take care. Well, I guess we're on a first name basis with the Hall of Famer now, aren't we?